Hi, this is Janaki and my friend Miss Thing. No, she's coming shortly. There she is. So we are going to make raw sushi today. Not raw as in the dead fish, but raw as in other raw ingredients. This is video 1 of 2 because it's kind of takes a long time. First, we're going to do some mushrooms. What kind of mushrooms are these? Shiitake. You can speak. It's really very simple. Shiitake, there's this many. That's probably about a cup. And then you put some olive oil. Probably about less than a tablespoon. And some namashoyu. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's kind of a raw favorite that's just like soy sauce. Don't want a lot of that because I don't know why. Because I don't like a lot of that. So we'll say about a teaspoon of that. And then you're going to mix that up. And you're going to add some pepper because we need to help somebody get me a spoon to mix this up out of the washer. So I will shake it, shake it, shake it, and voila, there's my spoon. So you just mix it up enough to coat, right? See? Just enough to coat them. That looks good. And then we are going to put it on a dehydrator sheet, which I have, Miss Thing has. For my stuff, just because I like to keep my thing clean, I like to put the Teflon sheet on. Probably don't need the Teflon sheet because the mushrooms really soak that up quickly. But you put it on the dryer sheet, you see it's slightly coated. There's no other sauce or juice. And then you put it in your thing. We're not going to right now. I'm just going to go like this. We'll do that at a later date. Now we'll go to the rice because that's what's next. And the rice takes a little bit longer for the sushi. This is jicama. I like jicama. Jicama is that it's a root and it tastes like a combination between a pear, an apple, and a potato. It's good. So, oh, stupid. So you take that jicama and you put it in your food processor. Why? Because we're going to make it, this is going to be our rice, and we're going to make it kind of more like rice type granules. There's about 3 cups. Nope, that's a big fat lie. There's about 6 cups. You use your pulse. Mine is cheap. Not cheap, but old. It's a nice one. If you have a bigger one, good for you. That's great. And then once you get it in the rice size, you're going to put it in your, thank you, Miss Thing, in your bowl. Here. See? And then obviously you're going to be draining your juice from the jicama. We're going to do a little more. And then we'll show you what to do next. We probably should have had some of this done. But you know, it's a new thing. And oh, there, that's great. See, I have chunks in here, so I'm trying to not put those chunks in there. Okay. So we have this, and then we're also going to put in some pine nuts. And I'm just trying to get this out of here so that I can get the pine nuts in here. And I'm going to slide it over to Miss Thing because she's awesome. Miss Thing happens to be my BFF. And Miss Thing is going to continue to get those big chunks out of there and put them back in the bowl for me. But while she does that, I'm going to take these pine nuts. Usually you know that I probably soak my nuts but these I not because I want them thicker because they're supposed to be similar to rice. So I soaked my nuts, and now I'm making them ricey. The pine nuts do much easier than the jicama does. Okay, so here's my pine nuts, and then I'm going to take the jicama that I have squeezed all of the juice out of, as much as possible, and these pine nuts that I have ground up into little ricey chunks. Jicama is so wet, you'll be amazed at how much juice you get. And then we're going to put it in the dehydrator afterwards, which means it's going to dry out even more. So what we now have, we have our pine nuts. In a minute, we're going to have some jicama. We have about a tablespoon and a half of sea salt. We have rice wine vinegar. And agave. Because why? Because rice is sweet, especially sushi rice. So if you don't want to do raw, if that's not your thing, you can do, what are we putting in here? Oh, about two tablespoons. You can do regular sushi rice and do it. It's still basically the same thing. Okay, so here is the jicama that I gave Miss Thing. And she squeezed it with her muscles, and it comes out. This is just a regular linen kitchen thing that you use, and it comes out like this. Nice and kind of fluffy. See? It's great. Oh, and I dropped my little linen in there. And then I'm going to mix it all up. It's going to look, you could pretend it looks like rice, I suppose. It looks like rice when it's in the sushi roll, but not so much now. I'm going to mix it up. We're going to finish mixing it up a little bit after we turn off the camera. And then Miss Thing will hand me Miss Thing will hand me the thing. Again, the sheet. I'm going to put this rice on the dehydrator sheet. Do the rice and the mushrooms for, I have to look at what's written down here because I don't remember. 115 for about 2 hours, Miss Thing says. So, she's not going to turn the camera off till I say so, otherwise I get a really ugly face. And bye for now from Miss Thing and me. Right, Miss Thing? Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.